Hello, welcome to Invest. We'll talk about investing, finance, and professional development for today's items only. The investment we're going to talk today will be Ethereum ETH. It's my second posting up today. With respect to recording time of 2:09 p.m. on the Eastern Time. Ethereum going trade $4,298, down about 4.86% so far. As you can see clearly, the overall market, beside Mactic, which is my new inclusion into my crypto analysis, is currently up about 7.15%, but the entire market, all of it is really red today, right? With respect to the COVID variants, the Omicron news seems like it's spreading domestically in the U.S. Despite what preliminary thought to be just a small case that popped up in California from that one traveler, that's a U.S. resident, coming from South Africa on November 22nd. He was diagnosed on November 27th, so 5 days in separation of the symptoms to arise. And subsequently, as we hear more, obviously there was a frame of contamination that occurred. It seems like it spread out to hit a certain regions of the U.S. as well. So with respect to some of the verbiage on the media front that we have seen collectively today, we also saw Dr. Fauci and some of the federal and governmental officials announcing on what is the outlook for the economy with these uncertainties that's currently happening right now with respect to the job numbers. Seems like the employment rate has declined a little bit, but there's still some uncertainty around the shutdown. There's still uncertainty around the inflationary pressure. There's still uncertainty around the tapering timeline going forward. So with all of these uncertainty, right, which is like the key driver of scaring people away, it's like uncertainty is the biggest fear with respect to one of the biggest incentive of driving sell-offs. We are seeing everybody selling off today, basically, including institutional, sector rotations as well, right? Hedging that the economy is gonna further dampen, and that's why you see Cathie Wood, buying the dips on Zoom, buying the dips on DocuSign, buying the dips on some of the COVID hype stocks, if you may, right? Despite the dip that we've seen, the consecutive sell-off for these respective stocks so far, I think on average, 45% from the all-time high so far. So with respect to the news front on Ethereum, before I do that, first I just want to say thank you for my subscribers. I am close to hitting 5,000 subscribers now, and obviously it's been a grind, but I really appreciate for your love and support. And most important, your friendship, right? I don't just take this lightly. You guys are not just a number to me. You guys are people I actually talk to. I respond to most of my messages, despite some of my messages are bots, which is a good thing or a bad thing. People are trying to be my account, which is, I guess, when people are copying you or try to be you, it's a form of a compliment. So I guess I take it in more of an optimistic side, rather than take it as disrespect, I guess, but still is not something that is, cultivating healthy behavior in the channel, right? But something I want to just bring it up. I know that I've been trying to build, some sort of a Patreon or some sort of a Discord channel, and the Discord channel will obviously be, there will be a fee for it. And what we'll do is basically look in, and I'll update this on a daily basis, right? With respect to the stocks that we want to talk about, some crypto that we want to talk about. I'll identify the risk management levels from a fair, attractive to a steal level for all the basically investment vehicles that we're going to be looking into, and I'll update it on a daily basis, right? And for those that subscribe to it, we'll get their latest update, and I'll update it twice a day, right, to make sure that we are capturing the most up-to-date risk management levels. Let me know if you guys are interested. If you guys are, please, comment below on the channel. Say that you are, say yes, or say I will subscribe to your Discord channel or Patreon, and that will give me a sense on if I should be initializing something like this, right? And hopefully that's helpful. So with respect to the news front on Ethereum, before I dive into technical, sorry for rambling a little bit. With respect to Bazinga, about 53 minutes ago, talked about Coinbase stock pummeled as Bitcoin Ethereum slumps. But are there signs of a reversal? I would say, it's quite opposite. Like Bitcoin, despite there's some correlation, but like I would say Ethereum is kind of trading on its own pattern right now, in comparisons to Bitcoin. Obviously, Ethereum is closer to forming a cup and handle in comparisons to Bitcoin, which is nowhere near it. So I think they're actually in different momentum at the moment, despite the whole overall market selling off right now. So I don't think this is a long-term type of sell-off. I think this is just short-term because of uncertainty in the market. And also today's a Friday, remember, right? People might don't want to wait until Monday for the market to get worsened and then being scared during this weekend when they want to just like relax or something like that, right? So it's like the weekend affectation that we have already talked about, right? And the next one's on Bazinga about 2 hours ago, about Ethereum cracked below support. Where's it headed next? So this is a technical article talk about with respect to what will be the next technical level to crack down to. And I think we're there right now because the next consolidation level is technically around like the current level that we at right now. So the like of actually breaking down even further would not that likely. Maybe the worst would be 4,200. But do we see like, oh, let's go all the way to 3,150 again? I think that would be unlikely because that would be extremely oversold. And I think Ethereum is still in a bullish sentiment because of the cup and handle right now. And the next one is talking about with respect to Bazinga 3 hours ago, about Ethereum whale Gimel, GIMLI, buy another 28 billion Shiba Inu tokens. Seems like there's some whale manipulations that's going on. But despite buying the dips, if you may, Shiba Inu is still down about 2.32% at the moment. Seems like this investor is betting that the current resistance level is not going to be broken down to 2,800, which we'll dive into in a bit, right? And that's pretty much it on the news front. Again, no need to panic, right? This is just uncertainty in the market. Investors, which most of the time, make decisions based on emotions, right? And today is one of those fearful days, right? So our job is to not buy into the BS, if you may, or the fear. I would say there are a lot of buying opportunities that we can incur today. So let's dive into Ethereum right now with respect to current level of 2:16 p.m. on the Eastern time. Right now we are at the 48 out of 70, and at the same time we are, we just formed a golden cross, which is the reason why we curved up. But right now we're dipping down, normalizing a little bit, and I think what makes sense right now would be for us to not just kind of percolate because we are at a consolidation level right now, and then leap up as the next catalyst. That's what I would think makes sense technically in terms of the cup and handle, if you may, right? Bitcoin right now is still in a bearish state, right? We're reversing back down with a 41 out of 70. So ideally, dollar cost anywhere from like 52 to this 47,800 will still be the level of dollar cost average at. Dogecoin, I know some of you guys, don't think that I should be talking about Dogecoin anymore. It's like a kind of a meme coin. But some of my friends here want to talk about it, so I'll just talk about it here. Let's do this real quick. 20 cents to 1950 is still the dip for Dogecoin. Cardano is the 159 right now, so 160. So anywhere from the current level to 145 is still the dip from here. Solana right now is at 216.5, down about 8% so far. At the 51 out of 70, at the moment right now, we're still lingering on to try to see where we're going. And I think the next consolidation level that we'll go down to will be 191 as we break the 100, because 100 is not really a substantive level. But ideally for me to even feel comfortable buying at all would be anywhere from like 130 to 113 from here. XRP is at 94, so basically on the cusp of breaking the current level. I think the bottom is technically 88 because we are at the 36 right now, so it's very oversold. So I think the dip is actually now for XRP if you want to be buying. Polkadot right now down about 5% or 4.54. Anywhere from the current level all the way to the 25 is still the dip from here. Algorand's down about 6.35% so far. Anywhere from the 160 to 156 would be the dip from here. Shiba Inu is down about 2.79%. I know the whale bought in, saying that they bought 28 billion Shiba Inu coins, right? But it's still selling off because obviously the negative media affectation on the COVID variants. Anywhere from like the 2,800 all the way to the 900 is still the dip from here. MadTech right now, again, right, we're very, very overbought right now. At the up about 5.31%, 67 out of 70. So ideally, I'll wait until we come back to 175, 143. I think 175 could be a logical level with dollar cost average first. Maybe just small amount, but 143, 120 is really the steal because that's the consolidation level before the whole rally. And AVAX right now seems like we're forming a reverse, like a kind of like a head and shoulder as well. So it's very bearish with the 50 out of 70. So ideally dollar cost at the 81, 59.97, so 60 to 50 is still the better dip for us to go down from here. So respect to risk management level, these are the levels that we identify here. And let me know if you have any questions about these levels as we deplete, obviously back to below 35 on the RSI scale, as we deplete to a more logical level before we form that golden cross, right? Really hope this is helpful, and let me know if you are interested in the Discord or the Patreon that I'm thinking about building as I hit 5K subscribers. But again, really appreciate your friendship and your support and your love every day. You guys are, I'm gonna continue to do this until, you know, I can no longer do it anymore. But that's when I basically pass away. But that's such a morbid way of saying things. But yeah, but I enjoy doing this. I think it makes sense to be helping and guiding people on a daily basis, despite if I'm right or wrong. But I hope that my conservatism, you know, serves, you know, goodwill to you guys, and I come from a good incentive, right? So let me know. Hopefully this is helpful. Have a great Friday as well, and stay tuned for 12. Take care.